What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the G Talk page, the G Talk channel. I am your host, I am your man, Mr. G Talk himself, George Sutton. Right? I am your man. It's been a while. It's been a while, right? I started the channel, then I kind of got delayed doing other stuff. But nevertheless, man, it's good. I feel good to be back. If you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as a subscriber so you can get new content whenever I drop it. I will be dropping more frequently. I just had to get some stuff in order, and I'm still learning the YouTube, like far as the editing videos and getting stuff figured out. So that kind of delayed the process too. Kind of learn the rules of YouTube, what you can and what you can't use, and I just kind of been researching and laying low, doing other stuff. But nevertheless, I am back. Right? I am back. Feel good to be back. I am your main man. You know, George. You know, who else? Right? Who else would be on the page? Right? I got a lot of stuff going on. I got the podcast. I'm gonna drop the link to the podcast in my bio after this video. Yeah, I don't have it up. I'm not sure if I got it up. But regardless, like once this video dropped, the link to my podcast will be in. I'm dropping an episode on there. Follow the podcast on Podbean if you can. Follow the Instagram page at G Talk Underground. I'm dropping content daily. Like I'm just like getting back in that mode. I got so much stuff I want to get into, so much stuff I'm trying to get done, and it's just like a great time for me. So I will be dropping more content, you know, as time go on, right? As time go on, I will be dropping more content, right? Today, I want to just do like a welcome to the page, a welcome to the channel video. But the video, I mean, the channel's not old, right? But it's kind of like a bring people back, right? Kind of a bring people back video, right? I want to talk about three things, right? It's one thing like in itself, but it's broken down in three different parts, right? And what I mean by that is I want to talk about three things, right? And it's something for you all to think about. Drop them in the content in the comments once this drop, right? But the three things, or the one thing I want to talk about is what are three things that you keep with you daily, far as advice, far as how you look at life, far as insight. What are three things that you think about daily, like every day you wake up? These are, you know, the top three things on my list, right? So it's one thing like all together, like, you know, what is kind of your day-to-day process, but just three things. I know, you know, most of us got more than three things that we just wake up and think about far as priority every day, right? So, but I cut the list down. We ain't gonna go over, you know, 6 or 7 things. The video will be way too long then, right? But I'm gonna get into it, right? But once again, if you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. Like the stuff I got coming down the line is gonna be great. If you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, right? But let's get into it, right? Let's get into it, right? So one of the first things that I keep with me daily for just a mind process, just a mind thought. One thing that I think about every single day I wake up is love myself, or choose me, or I always have self-loyalty, right? We living in a world now with social media and so much going on. It's very, very peer pressure, not to add peer pressure. It's very, 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 very easy to get lost, like far as who you are as a person, what you're trying to do, what kind of morals you got, what's your direction in life. Just with so much going on, it's always like so easy to get lost, right? So one of the things I have to like constantly, not that I'm just losing myself, but it's always like keeping in the back of my head. It's always like, George, always choose yourself, right? Always choose you over everybody else. Always have loyalty within yourself. Always put you first, right? And like I said, it's just a lot going on. You see people coming up different ways, doing different things. You just see other people around you doing different stuff. And if you are not careful, you will find yourself veering off like, you know what? I want to cannot. Knowing like it ain't you, but it's just like, it's just right there, right? So you catch yourself seeing somebody doing something different. But I want to cannot do that, right? I want to cannot start a restaurant. I want to cannot open up a business. I want to cannot cut whatever I cut hair, do hair, do nails, or whatever the situation is. And it's not that in most cases, it's not that the stuff that other people doing is bad. It's just the stuff is not you, right? And we get caught like it's like a glaring lifestyle. Like we get caught in the light. We just be like, dog, man, that look fun. Man, that look amazing. Man, that look whatever the case may be. And we just stop choosing us, and then we start choosing them. Then we start doing what other people have us to do. Then we fall into peer pressure of, I want to fit in. Then you end up somewhere you ain't got no business, far as a place, but also another place far as somewhere you ain't got no business, far as a mindset. Like you don't veer so far off And then you have to look back like, dog, like how did I get this far gone, right? And it started with not choosing yourself, right? It started with not loving yourself. It started with not putting you first every day, right? So definitely make sure you choose yourself, love yourself, put yourself first every single day. Make sure you are happy within yourself, physically and mentally, right? And not even to get on like the mental thing. If you're not careful, not choosing your sanity, not choosing your peace, people have your mind everywhere, right? In a sense of asking for this, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? And your mind just all over the place, right? So it must come a time where you have to draw that line. Like it's not no negative thing, it's not no bad thing, but you have to like make it clear to people, like, listen, I gotta make sure I'm straight first, right? Mentally, physically, whatever the case may be, financially, I gotta make sure I'm fine first, right? It's nothing against anybody else, right? But I gotta make sure I got me, right? I gotta make sure I'm fine, right? So definitely every single day you wake up, make sure you are choosing yourself before you choose anybody else. Make sure you are making the decisions you want to make versus the decisions anybody else wants you to make. Don't worry about how it look. I know at times we get caught up in it. Well, if I do this and everybody else doing that, it'll look bad, right? Or we get caught up in, if I take this job, this is a good look, right? But regardless of the look, do you enjoy it, right? It's plenty of people, we know, just like I know, going to work, making good money doing jobs that they don't even enjoy, right? But they there because the look, man, this job look good, right? And they got the lifestyle, they got the cars, they got whatever, but they're not even enjoying it. They go home after work and turn up a bottle of alcohol because they just so sick of what they doing, right? But when they took the job, it was a good look, right? And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on. Personally, I have been in situations, right? A situation that I was at a job, like decent money, making good money. I didn't work every day, right? And I quit that job to go work at another job that paid me like $3 or $4 less, right? But it wasn't about the money. It was about I didn't enjoy the job. Yeah, the money is fine and all that, right? But and another thing with me, I ain't really like too pressed on money anyways. Just like the value of money, knowing that regardless of how much you make, we all gotta leave here. We all got something, like it don't keep you here forever. It might, prolong your, not the same meaning, nothing like that, but it might like prolong, far as you living, you got good doctors and stuff, but at one point we all leaving, this side of life and going to the next side of life, regardless of how much money you got. And then the side of that, we all read the story where millionaires and stuff, billionaires end up committing suicide because money ain't fixing everything you thought it was gonna fix. If you're not happy in most cases, like genuine happy, before you get the money, all money gonna do is like kind of cover up, that you're not being happy. And at one point, once you get done covering up everything, you'll realize, well, dog, I still ain't happy, right? So happiness is more of a mindset. So I'm just not really pressed on money. But anyways, back to my story, right? I kind of got off track. I just ain't really too impressed. So I did leave a job, and I went to another job that was paying me $3 less, right? But I enjoyed it. Like, I had peace in my life. I was fine. I got the weekends off at the other job. It was like a set schedule. I know what time I'm going in. I know what time I'm going off. Versus another job, I was making more money, but it's like I don't really know what days are going to work. You don't really know. You can't really plan nothing because you got to see what, dog, am I working that day? And then for the most part, I just can't stand working on weekends. So I knew like I had to move on from that job aside from the money. So always, definitely. Always make sure every day you wake up that you are choosing you. Like you got loyalty towards yourself. You choosing yourself over anybody else. Don't let nobody put you in no uncompromising situations, right? I told you at one point, make it clear, like, the people, like, listen, regardless of what y'all doing, I know what I'm gonna do, right? So if y'all finna go get into some trouble, y'all finna go drink, y'all finna go do whatever, that's fine, right? But I love myself enough to know that I'm not doing that. I'm not into that. I ain't got nothing against what y'all doing. It's just not me. Right? I love myself more than I love everybody else. So definitely, every day you wake up, that's the first thing I got on the list. Make sure you love yourself, choose yourself, and always have self-loyalty every single day you wake up, right? Choose you, right? At all costs, choose you. Don't, regardless of who you got to cut off, family, friends, choose you, right? Choose your sanity, choose your peace. Every day you wake up, choose you, right? Moving on. That's my first point, right? Going on to the next thing, right, that I just try to keep with me every single day I wake up. I keep it in the back of my mind. Is every single day I wake up, and it's hard at times because we get sidetracked. But every single day I wake up, I try to make sure I learn something new, right? Every day you wake up, you should try to learn something new every day. Uh, Learning is so exciting. Like, I'm a constant learner. I'm always looking to learn something. And the reason it's so exciting because like you can learn something from anybody or anything, right? Because you learn how the ants, like every ant got a job. You learn how they working together. Then you learn how other animals. Then you learn people. Then you can learn from kids. Like learning is it's like always like something to learn. Never get to a point in your life that you just be like, you know what, I know enough, right? It's no such thing. I'm telling y'all, it's no such thing, and it's a beautiful thing. Just learning stuff, learning about different cultures, learning about different people, learning about rules, learning about whatever. Like just always keeping your mind open to learn, right? That's one thing about certain people, or some people get kind of like a closed mind. They just like, okay, this is enough. I don't want to learn, this. I don't want to know, which is kind of just not the best way to be, right? Always keep an open mind. Always be willing to listen to people, learn something. Bus driver, right? I've been a bus driver for 4 years, going on 5, right? Elementary bus at that, and it's amazing, like what I have learned about kids, just kids in general from year 1 to now, because I was like willing to learn. I learned about kids, mannerisms. You learn about the language. You learn about what they got a habit of doing. Now I learned some dark stuff for us, household stuff, what kids are going through. But nevertheless, I'm always learning. Right now, I can see my kids when they get on the bus, right, and I can, just from what I know, just from what I learned, I can tell, well, that's why you're having a bad day, right? That's why you're going with an attitude, because I can tell like kind of what's going on, because I was willing to learn. I was willing to listen. So definitely make sure you always learn something. Then on top of that, I'm a para-pro at a high school / middle school. We work with both kids, but that's another aspect of learning, just getting, digging into their mannerism and how they process information and what they going through at home. And then once you start to learn stuff, you kind of figure out, well, this why they act like this, right? This why this child do that, that's why that child do that. But if I was just like closed-minded and I didn't want to learn, it'd be a whole different situation. Learning stuff like make your life a whole lot easier. Of course, learn what to do, learn not what to do. But even if it's just something simple as you just learn a new word, right? You just learn a new whatever, learn a new math problem. You just learn a new haircut. You just learn a new name. Whatever the case may be, every day you wake up, just try to learn something. It's never no such thing as enough learning, right? Because life is always teaching us something, right? So learn something about yourself, right? It might be a case where you be like, you know what? I ain't know I had it in me, but I got it, right? So learn something about yourself. Learn something about your other people. Learn something about your family heritage, family tradition. Learn about different places in the world, how they do stuff versus how you used to doing stuff, and it just give you like a different eyesight. It give you, for one, learning about different cultures. It give you like an appreciation for everybody. Like, dog, they do this and we do that. That just give you a appreciation. Definitely, like every single day I wake up, man, I try my best to learn something, right? I try my best to learn something. Of course, and part of learning is always be willing to listen, right? Going back to the part of listening is the fact that you can learn from anybody, right? That's one of the things I learned. You can learn from kids. You can learn from babies. I got a 10-month-old baby that I'm learning stuff every day about and from, like because my first child. So you can learn from anybody. Then of course you can learn from older people. You can learn stuff from people your age. The biggest thing is being willing to learn. Like, wake up with the mindset of, what can I, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can I learn today? What can I get out of the day, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Like every single day you wake up, be willing to learn something, right? Like I said, at times it kind of get blurred because we have so much. We have our mind in other places. You're like, well, dog, how I'm gonna pay this bill? Well, dog, how this gonna go today? Well, how I'm gonna do this at work today? What I'm gonna do when I'm gonna get off work? And it's kind of sped up. Then it's kind of blurred, like, as far as learning stuff. But just one of the things you wake up in the morning, like, what can I learn today that I didn't know yesterday? How can I make today a better day than yesterday, right? Just little simple stuff like that. Always, man, I'm telling y'all, every day you wake up, always be willing to learn something, right?